How flattering. After all these years, Richards, you still remember me. But then, how could you ever hope to expunge from your memory the name of the only man who was, and still is, your intellectual superior? I bid you all welcome to the castle of Victor Von Doom, the ruler of Latveria. It is my hope that you enjoy your stay here, for none of you shall ever leave this place alive. Before this day is ended, mankind shall grovel helplessly at my feet. And as fate has obviously ordained, Dr. Doom shall be master of Earth. Now that you are powerless, you shall be treated the same as all my beloved subjects. You will obey every order, and be punished for every infraction for the rest of your natural lives. I am more than amused by the prospect of a battle of wits, though I fear that with you as an opponent, the struggle might well be brief. But to destroy you thus would be a petty victory indeed, and Doom is never petty. Rivals? No one rivals Doom. No one. Doom is supreme. There is no power on Earth, no intellect in all creation to equal mine. Scream, you pitiful fools. Your torment increases the power of Doom. Together we shall teach the Fantastic Four that they have nothing to fear but fear itself. This game shall soon reach its inevitable conclusion, and the final triumph shall belong to Dr. Doom. I had expected my moment of victory to be more satisfying, but perhaps repaying you for years of treachery, for the ultimate cruelty of tampering with my laborious calculations upon our first meeting, will grant me peace of mind, whereas merely defeating my most worthy of foes does not. I am an infinitely superior being now, Richards. All questions of rivalry with you are settled. Infinite pain is a welcome price to pay. My methods are a means to an end, no different than pruning weeds in order to let an orchard flourish. Those who stand in the way of my vision oppose me because they fear me. But more than that, they fear what I represent. Change. Do you know why I despise Richards and T'Challa? Because never once they reigned in their own self-righteous arrogance long enough to try and see what I see. Never once have they asked me, why? Do you want to know, love? Measure my crimes against what mankind does to itself, and I am a saint. Humans, Homo sapiens, are a predator species. It's what brought us down from the trees, and it is what will ultimately reduce us to a historical footnote in cosmic history. I am more than a scientist, more than the power-hungry despot that Richards and the others paint me as. I am a sorcerer. I have looked into the future. I have seen how one violent action after another spins the world toward the future, where all that remains of Earth is a burned-out cinder. Every time I have looked into the future, that is what I have seen. Every time. But one. In one possible future, mankind becomes united. Cures for all diseases are found. Global conflict ends. Hunger is abolished. Education is universal, and no one goes without. In that world, there are laws. To break even the slightest of these is to suffer immediate and terminal punishment. After a while, no one would dare lay hands upon the innocent, or commit a crime of hate, or steal bread from the table of another. 10,000 futures have I looked at, 100,000, and in only one does mankind finally unite and flourish and survive. Only one. Doom World. Why do they look like me? Doesn't it create the possibility that I am one? That Doom may at any moment be a mere machine? That I am not myself? Of course it does. That is how I wish it. I once let Arcade strike a match on me, just to maintain that confusion. Think, boy, if I am ever defeated or dishonored, if I ever act in ways unworthy of myself, if I ever die, the word goes out. It must have been a Doombot, and the reverse is true. My robots often fool my foes. I may be a robot now. Speaking these words, how would you know? How would I? What is Doom? The flesh and blood that I can swap in and out at my convenience. The mind I have copied to 1,000 machines. No, Doom cannot fit in such small containers. I am not my body, not my mind. I am the old trunk, filled with ancient mysteries. I am the explosion in the college laboratory. I am the mask that burns with the fires of vengeance. I am the legend that unites this nation. I am the story of doom. Today, I make no demands, no threats. But one day, I shall voice demands, and all shall obey them.